Threescore and several years ago, a person was brought forth. That person would be me. It was with the idea that all things are not equal. It was with the idea that not everyone is a winner. It was with the idea that not everyone is a loser. And the best that we can hope for is to die in our sleep. With these truths being self-evident, I have a daydream. That daydream is to lead this nation, nay, this world, into a glorious future of mediocrity. A world where every household will have an endless supply of toilet paper, and where all of our Australian brothers and sisters will never be considered below us, even though they are down under. A world where our Canadian allies will never have to say, "I'm sorry," just for being Canadian, or to be ridiculed for not knowing that their bacon is just round ham. A world where the British, will never have to be reminded that they had to ask the Yanks, the Canucks, the Aussies, and the Kiwis to bail them out of not one, but two world wars. A world where the French will never have to speak French again, so that everyone can understand them when they say, "We don't surrender," and they can fight for their own freedom. I am Lloyd Mendenhall, the Grumpy Blogger, and I am running for president in 2020. And I approve this message. Well, hello everybody. You don't know how close to not having a show tonight. Last night about 8:30, we had some storms and wind come through here, and it knocked out our power. And fortunately, we were laying in bed and ready, but it was total black last night. And it was like that until all the lights turned on about 1 o'clock this morning. Well, Judy got a great night's sleep. She woke me up at 8:30 and had to get up. And then, anyway, so I laid there and read last night. And then when electric come off, I went out and shut off all the lights. Everything was good until about 3:30 today. And all of a sudden, we heard a boom, like a cannon going off behind her house. That meant a squirrel or a limb had crossed the line and through the big circuit breaker. So I sent in, and they just got it on about 5 minutes after 6. So anyway, so let me bring in my glorious and illustrious co-host, the man with the golden voice and the scraggly beard. Here is Mr. Mel 400 AGL.
Hello, Lloyd. Hello, everybody.
Hey, how you doing, Mel?
Doing good. How are you doing, Lloyd?
I'm doing okay. Got a lot of reading last night and today.
Any day above the grass is a good day, right?
Yeah, it is.
Even if it is without electricity.
Even without electricity, I got to admit, fortunately, I had everything charged yesterday, so it was got me through the night. But yeah,
You know, funny how that works.
Yeah,
when you were telling that story, I was sitting here thinking, we didn't have electricity in our house till I was about 8 years old.
Yeah. Well, I've always had electric, but it's yeah. But I thought I was going to have to send out a notice to somebody to let you guys know I wasn't going to be doing a show tonight, because literally it's about 3:30. It just exploded out there, and I had to send in. It might have been even earlier than that. Let's see. No, it's about 3:30. I had to run across town, came back, still wasn't on, and then I had to call them again, and within a few minutes they finally came out. Last night there was like 5,000 people without electric in the area because of the storms, but today it showed 0 outages, which meant only our block. From our house and the street crosses in front of us, and over to on both corners. So this whole street right here in this block, and then all the way up both sides of the street, not across the street, but the two streets that, like that one you turn to go out to the main York Street, when you headed.
Yeah.
Well, that Fredonia there, all of it was out on this side. So anything that comes off this pole, so it's about 50 houses. So, anyways, hey, we got guy's wedding here, and we have none other than Mr. Art Carlson, and I missed his show yesterday because I was celebrating. Anyways, let me add him.
Well,
hey, Art.
Hey,
you got a very personal and custom rendition of Happy Birthday yesterday.
Did I?
Yeah.
Okay, on Art. Well, I saw part of yours, and I went back to go watch Art's,
Yeah.
and I missed it. So,
I
about
think-
the time I scrolling through all that, electric went out.
Mitch said plug your ears, and I told everybody take your headsets off, mute your sound, all that stuff. And Art just let it rip, boy. I tell you what.
Well, then I'll have to go listen to it. Like I said, I plan on going through all that last night.
I bet that he would be happy to do it again.
I'd be happy to do it.
Let her rip, Art. I'm going to take my headset off
ladies
first.
and gentlemen, sit back and open your ears real wide because here's Happy Birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lloyd. Happy birthday to you. Thanks, Art. I really appreciate that.
And let's bring in our other guest tonight, Mr. I apologize, guys. I've had a cough for about 2 weeks now since all that dust went through, about 3 weeks, and I haven't been able to get cleared up. But anyway, so here is Mr. Jim Boyd. Hey, Jim.
Jim Boyd.
Happy birthday, Lloyd.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it was a good birthday yesterday. I just kind of kicked back and chilled out. My son and grandson came over and visited us in the afternoon, and talked to my other son on the phone.
Awesome.
He's getting old now, and he's getting forgetful. I mean, he's 52. Yeah, he's
That's
52.
old?
Well, well, he thinks it's old. Anyways, that's his excuse. So he came over and mowed the lawn yesterday. So I sent him a text because he usually calls on my birthday or comes by. He lives right next door. It's not like he can't walk over here, but So anyways, so I sent him a text saying, "Hey, thanks for mowing the lawn." "Oh, no problem, Dad. Love you." And that was it. Judy and I had been talking that he's been forgetting a lot of stuff lately. And
Oh.
so
I
called
thought you
him.
were going to say, "You're welcome," but I didn't do it.
Yeah, well, no.
But he
I knew
didn't say
he'd done
happy
it.
birthday.
He didn't say happy birthday or nothing. He just says, "Okay, thanks, love you." And so I called him up. He says, he gets on the phone. "Yeah." I said, "Did I wake you?" No, I'm just kind of chilling here. He grumbles worse than I do. He says older than me. And I said, "Well, I thought I'd get my birthday call out of the way." And he said, "Oh, okay." It's not my. He said, "What'd you say?" I said, "Thought I'd get my birthday call out of the way." He says, "Oh, shit." He said when he left work on Friday, he knew my birthday was Sunday, but he only checks Facebook at work because he won't, because it's on a very secure network and he doesn't like doing it through his phone or anything like that. So, yeah, and he just completely forgot about it. So we talked for about an hour or so. And then after that, the electric went off.
And he lives next door.
And he lives next door. Yeah, I mean, just
So that lawn
like-
mowing does not count as a birthday present.
no. It's just that's what he does because I pay for the lawnmower and pay for the parts on the lawnmower, and he mows our yard. And so yeah, it was like, oops. I get to give him crap over that about getting old, but he just, "I'll be over, Dad." He'll probably show up in about 5 minutes. Like, if you'd pay attention, I'm doing a show on Monday, but no, he didn't pay attention. That's all right. Love him anyways, but yeah. So anyways, let me do some housekeeping. Say hi to everybody real quick. Let's start out. I think Bill from Coast to Coast Drone was here first, and then Jody, and then Grant, and Bob Casey. Artco, you're here. I guess you know that though, right?
Yep.
Rick Halber, I'm glad to see you in here. And a big shout out to Rick. I think it was Thursday. Judy woke me and she says, I think I heard the doorbell say something's at the front door. So, all right. So I got up and I looked out there, and sure enough, there's 2 packages about that big by that big, flat envelopes. And I went out there, opened them up. They were 2 of the nicest books. One was a book on the history of the playing and some building on how to make your own cigar box guitars. The other one was a cigar box factory about how to make everything from bedpan guitars to hubcap guitars. I mean, all the plans. It even has some for the fretboard. You can photocopy it and then use them for templates. How to cut out the F holes and all that. So that was really nice. Then he texted me on Friday. He says, you have another package out front. So I go out there and look, and it was the perfect book, though. It was a book of 35 Irish drinking songs, and they're all chorded to the open G for the 3-string guitar like I have. So all the chords and the tablature and everything. So yeah,
Cool.
So I thought that was perfect. So anyways, we've got Rick Halber, Bob Casey. Let's see who else we got here. Phantom Hodges Drone, welcome. Let's see. I know there's somebody else there. Mike Getz, Drone Shots. I haven't seen him in a while. A long time. Backwards Droner. Hey, man. Glad to see you. Of course, you're here, Jim. And let's see. Can't help but say hi to Help at Home Jim. He texted me the other night and says, I don't think I missed your birthday. I said, no, you didn't. He got it the day. I think it was Saturday night he texted me. So that was nice. And I've had a lot of guys say, yeah, Hot Rod in Daytona says that was a good song, Art.
Did you call Backwoods Droner Mel?
No. I said, no, I didn't call him Mel.
Oh.
I probably said Backwoods Droner, and I was going to say, Mel, your brother's in here. And I didn't finish the sentence because I went on to. So, no, I know it's your brother and your dad. Anyways, Hot Rod in Daytona. Yeah. Mike B, the Drone Ranger, Steve Mack. Steve Mack, he's been one of my big followers. He sent me the first thing I ever gave away, and that was a case that was won by Jim Crennan. That was the first giveaway I ever did. And that's when I hit like 200. God, seems forever. But anyway, so what have you guys been up? Mel, what have you been up to?
Oh, just working hard on the PBY. Finally got it ready to water test and actually fly. It's ready. It's ready for its maiden voyage and maiden flight.
Well, I saw yesterday in your video that you were showing it was moving across the grass and doing all that. That was good.
Yeah.
And Jim, by the way, thanks for stepping in, taking over for me yesterday.
Everything works. And Lloyd, nobody can fill your shoes. Jim was just a substitute.
And I had mic problems too.
And every time we do something different, I'd change scenes and come back. Jim would lose his audio, and he'd have to go out and come back in. I don't know what the hell was going on with this stuff.
That's
yesterday.
Something that happens to a few people. I think that was happening to Rodney Bell a lot with StreamYards.
Yeah.
At one time.
And it was really low too. Like Lauren Bacall was talking.
Who Jim was?
Yeah.
I don't know what was going on with it.
Yeah. We have no idea.
Wow. Well, you're coming in fine tonight. So Art, how did you enjoy Spin Down?
Spin Down was really good. The altitude kicked my butt, but I did a lot better on Saturday after having a so-so night sleeping. Didn't get a headache, which was good. I just said you just move a little bit, and all of a sudden your heart is just racing like mad. And then the wind started to kick up, so it got cold out there. So, but I
Yeah.
did get some good video, and I have it posted on my page, and it
You've
turned
been
out.
spamming with all that stuff. You must be the most active person up there. You had 10 times the content than anybody else so far.
Oh, and by the way, yesterday's show went really well. I did a whole hour by myself.
By yourself. That's-
Yep.
Yeah, I saw that you'd done just about a whole hour. I didn't know if you'd found
Yep.
somebody to step in, but
Yeah, I took a lot of questions from the chat, and
Yeah.
had a good program to follow. So we covered a lot of ground, mostly about
Right.
the Supreme Court nominee,
yeah,
Amy Barrett.
Barrett.
So that
Yeah.
was
She's better looking than the rest of them up there. That's for damn sure.
And
So what town do you live in, Art?
He lives in
I live
Denver.
in Arvada, Colorado, which is northwest of Denver.
Northwest. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well,
Sean's saying the wind sucked at 45 miles an hour gusts.
Yep.
yeah, that's what
Yeah,
they
I
had
was,
bad wind on Saturday.
Yeah, Sean Oz, glad to see you. Glad to see you made it. I won't even pick on you because I saw some of your videos and it looked good.
I was going to ask about the elevation, like people that live in Denver, or Denver area, like Art, that went over to Dillon. I thought, how much difference can there be? I mean,
4,000 feet difference.
4,500.
Yeah.
Arvada's at 4,500 and Dillon's at 9,100.
No.
I'm like,
Arvada is slightly higher than Denver, and Denver is 5,280.
But it's still it's still 4,000 feet at least.
Yep.
And that's a lot. And
well, according to 54, 53. Okay.
Yeah, that's thinner air, and your density altitude comes into play with your blades,
with your aircraft wings too.
Yeah.
your rake angle.
Dillon's at 9,100. So
Yep.
yeah, that's quite a difference, I guess. 4,000 feet.
Yeah. Oh, and then Chris Hope and Roosevelt and the gang that was they went bowling that night. I'm like, man, those guys are probably getting really winded up there. I'm surprised nobody passed out.
Sean did a live from the bowling.
Yeah. Every time he got a strike, he would kill the next frame. He would bowl a strike, and you got to follow it up,
And then have an open frame. Yeah, roll a gutter ball or some nonsense, or leave pin standing. Yeah.
I was reading what Sean Oz, and I was going to make a point about that. He says most people come from Denver don't have a big issues. Doc came from New Mexico and was able to keep up with me at 5,000 feet. That's the funny thing. My dad, who was from Oklahoma, New Mexico, both, and when he got married to my mom, he moved to Denver, or they moved to Denver after I was born from New Mexico. He always had problems up in the Dillon area or higher. When he got about 10 to 11,000 feet, he started having problems. But then my grandpa, who was like, I don't know, 70, oh God, he must have been about 78. He comes up there and we go up on top of, go up Lariat Trail up to Lookout Mountain to Buffalo Bill's grave. And my mom says, now, Papa, don't get out too fast because this altitude will get you. That little old man, he was about 5'2". He took off like a little banty rooster, and he was just walking around. And my dad was like, oh, my God. He was hell on wheels, but he came from New Mexico up to almost, it's almost flatland there. So, yeah. Thanks putting that up there. Here's a link to spin down by the four-eyed canine. Excellent. Thank you. And it was, I never had a problem with it, but my dad always did he lived there 30 years and he never could get used to the high altitude. But my grandfather comes from New Mexico, never had a problem with it. So anyways. And there's Mr.
Yeah, see, in all the
Mr.
years
Hope.
I drove through there, I never had a problem.
Yeah.
But I was just passing through. Hello, Steve.
There we go.
There we go. We have hope
We have
on the show.
Yeah, hey, Chris called me yesterday as he was driving through, was it Childers, Texas?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, saying me happy birthday. And I don't want to hurt your feelings, Art, but I think Chris's might have been a little better. At least his voice was deeper.
Because I was congested.
See, Lloyd, the thing is that really won't hurt Art's feelings, because when he done that, he knew it was going to be the worst one you'd hear. I think that's why he did it the way he did it, to secure that spot. He didn't want anybody to.
He didn't want anybody to take that spot from him. Yeah, I can understand. Well, I'm pretty sure he's got that trophy.
That's what he wanted, the trophy.
Yeah, the trophy. Yeah.
Right, Art? There you go. See, you're the winner.
Most original. Yep.
Yeah,
Definitely most original. I'll give you that.
There's only one Art Carlson, trust me.
Oh, yeah.
Thank
I know.
God.
I know.
No.
Yeah. The world couldn't handle two of him.
That's right.
Of course, you realize if there's two of him, he'd be a little over 8 foot tall.
Yeah.
He'd be almost as tall as Bob Casey.
Yeah. Hey, Chris, the other night.
Casey, yeah.
Or Chris Hope. I think Bob and Chris stand about shoulder to shoulder. I tell you what, those are two big boys right there.
They're both big. And I've met them both personally. So, yeah.
What, he's 6'2"?
I'm 6'3". Bob's probably 6'4", 6'5", if I was guessing.
I'm going to say Bob's probably 6'4", 6'5". Yeah, I think he just edges you out maybe an inch or so.
He does. He's got me beat. He's even got me beating the beard length now.
Well, I don't know. I think he cut it off.
No.
Did he really?
No,
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, he was talking about getting it cut the other day, so I don't know if he did or not yet. I don't remember.
Oh,
I've slept
man.
since then, so forgive me, Bob, for not remembering.
Don't forget at the top of the hour that
Ron Brown
with Drone Nation, formerly known as Xeno Nation. Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
Which,
see what
by
a
the
year
way, I
does to
will
you?
be on that show tonight
Cool. All right.
to talk about my video from Spin Down.
Well, make sure you put the link in here for your video in the chat.
Oh, yeah.
So people can see it. And
Will do.
Beard is coming off tomorrow, Bob Casey says. God, I won't recognize him. I don't think I'd know who he was without a beard.
Save it, Bob. Don't do it, man. Don't give in.
Why is it coming off? The winter's coming.
Well, you know what he said? He said, the other day I pulled on a T-shirt, and it took me 15 minutes to pull my beard out of it.
Well, I was going to shave before the show, but apparently last night I started pulling my whiskers in my sleep and scratched myself because it's itching. I thought, I don't want to do a show with a red chin, so I'll do it tomorrow morning. But
yeah, so we can see both of them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, both my chins. Yeah. Well, I shaved under here. Well, I trimmed it a little bit anyway. So. Judy can't stand me in a beard, but I'm lazy. I shave about once a week when she yells at me.
Hey, Lloyd, Sean's in the and Art probably already has, but I want to tell Sean thank you very much. He did a good job organizing that this last weekend.
Yeah, that was awesome, Sean.
His hand was in it twice compared to others.
DC.
I was going to say, I just got a copyright strike.
Give me just a second.
No,
Andrew, that was like 10 seconds, 3-second song.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. You just
welcome.
get a music
He
note.
doesn't
not
get
monetized anyways. Yeah, that's why I can get by with stuff, and I probably never will be. Only reason I ever want to get to 1,000 is so I can actually, do a live stream from my phone in case,
Thank you, Sean.
our sketchy electric.
Thumbs up, buddy.
And that way I can at least come on and say, hey, I'm not having a show tonight because I can't do that until I hit 1,000. Speaking of that, if I ever get to 750,
800.
Where am I at?
I thought you were
800.
gonna
Thank
do it-
you.
I thought you were going to do it at 700.
800.
No, I was going to do it at 800, and I
Okay.
still ain't been there yet.
Do I have 800? Do I have 700?
800. So
Yeah, I know.
So
Let's see.
do
Let's
the
do
corporate
this.
greed
Let me
in the
show
front
you here.
row.
When I get to 800, which hopefully at the age, as fast as I'm aging, I may not make it, but I'm going to be giving this away, courtesy of Rick Halber, the sponsor of it. He's the sponsor of the giveaway, and this. And no, I'm not going to give one to one person, one to the other. You get a chance to win them both. And while I'm at it, I'll do a cheap plug. Remember, you can go to the Grumpy Vlogger store, merch store, which is in the description, I believe. If it's not, it'll be posted in the links, or somebody can post the link up for it. There's my cup.
It's being posted as you speak.
All right, great. Also, don't forget the trucker hat with this back, and which is the one I wear, and the dad hat with this back, which is one Mel wears.
Yeah,
And
that's right.
this is, let's see which one that's, yeah. This is my conservative Grumpy Vlogger shirt because the emblem's on the right side. There's my more liberal one, obviously. Look, it's wrinkled. And the emblem's on the left side. So those are my merch. Oh, and I've got masks. If you guys think you got to have mask, well, then we'll just go right on over there and order yourself a Grumpy Vlogger mask. So
Well, there you go.
Hey,
there we
Ray.
go.
I am masked
There.
out. Captain Ray,
What?
I am masked out. I've gone through a dozen paper masks this weekend in Colorado.
Oh, I have permanent masks that, you know.
And you know, the pandemic's over now.
Hey,
Now it's just all lingering nonsense, the trailing stuff. But the actual pandemic, that's wrapped up. It's done.
Yeah, I think it's kicked it. I know
check
that.
this out. I was going into Walmart the other day, and I was just walking in as I usually do. You know, you walk briskly. There's some poor old lady running after me, and the guy in front of me goes, "You're not going to get away with it." And I'm like, "What?" I didn't know what was going on. She's chasing me to give me a mask. Walmart's handing out masks. They want you to wear a mask while you're in the store. So everybody puts it on and just puts it down at their neck while they're in the store.
Yeah.
You're still doing it.
Yeah.
That was the first time I ever had to wear.
I put a mask on. I live in Muskogee, Oklahoma. We got some sketchy people around here. And personally, I just seen boob protected from a lot of them. You guys.
That's the sketch writer up there above me.
Yeah,
That's right. That's exactly right.
Sketch writer. Yeah. Yeah. We got some people that I want protection from, just breathing the same air as them, you know.
Well, you know, they said that if you're over 60, you have to worry about it. They said if you have underlying issues, you have to worry about it. They said if you're flat-footed, you have to worry about it. You know, if your eyes are blue, you have to worry about it. In other words, you have to worry about it, right? You hear what I'm saying, Jim? So here's the thing. The only time I wear a mask is when they absolutely won't let me in the door without it.
Yeah.
And I've not worn a mask yet, religiously, regularly, at all.
Well, I do know that there is a side effect that I think everybody's been hit by with the mask wearing and the COVID-19. We've all got hemorrhoids now because this thing's such a pain in the ass.
It's really.
I sent Lloyd a picture of a little boy with his ears like this, and his daddy said, "Son, what happened to your ears?" He said, "Daddy, I sneezed with my mask on."
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, just think of it this way. In the course of about 4 months, the government has turned our country into a socialist nation. We are now more afraid of our friends, family, and neighbors than we are criminals. Guys that really wear masks with guns because they mean evil. Okay? We're more afraid of our friends and family than we are of them.
You can't let this become the norm. You can't.
We welcomed the socialization of wear a mask. It's just a mask. It's for the greater good.
Yeah.
Stay 6 feet away from everybody. It's for the greater good. when they developed this vaccine, by the way, it's a virus. If they could make vaccines for viruses, they would make one for the cold because it's just a virus. But they're going to make a vaccine for the corona virus because they're going to force everybody to be injected with it. Because what's going to happen is, oh, you can't come in this store because you don't have a mask on. It's for the greater. Oh, you can't come in this building because you don't have a paper that says you've been vaccinated. It's for the greater good.
Yeah.
Go get your vaccination, then you can come in our store.
Well, I got to call because tomorrow I've got to go in to get my teeth polished, at the dentist.
How do you do that with a mask on?
I don't know, but they asked all these questions, and one of them says, "Have you, has your taste changed?" I almost said, "No, I've always been tasteless," but I thought you might.
He's going.
I've never had good taste. So
over 30 years, I don't think it's
almost 40. I'm 6 months
on the application where it says age, you put your age, and where it says sex, you put sometimes. I mean,
pretty much, yeah. In my dreams,
he just takes his teeth out to the jeweler and let them polish them. That's what he does.
There you go.
Well, actually, that's the problem. I can't wear my partial uppers because I broke off the one anchor tooth that was holding it in place. So when I fell about 3 months ago, I cracked it, and here about a month and a half ago, the crown just fell out, and it was a root canal, so it's not bothering me. So they're going to have fun trying to figure out what the hell to do tomorrow.
That's almost $2,000, right?
Yeah,
for crowns and all that.
Yeah, but the VA paid for it. So.
Well, no. The reason I
appreciate you, Art, paying for my dental work.
We were just checking out the new policy because now this is that period where you can change your insurance policy.
Yeah.
And everything went up by $100. It's ridiculous how much things have gone up.
Yeah, my the allowable for a bunch of my meds that I get, because I don't get all my meds at the VA. I only get a small portion of them, but most of them come through my insurance. My Medicare, and but it didn't change too much because it's a community care out of our hospital system, and so. But yeah, I'm getting tired of getting the friggin' calls. That's what bothers me.
That damn colonoscopy was $300, and they didn't tell me that ahead of time. Yeah. But now it's going to be $400 that you have to pay. They charge so much for this stuff; it's unbelievable.
Yeah, and they take those videos and put them on YouTube and stuff. You'd think they'd pay you for it. Yeah,
Where's the residuals?
just lay there in the morning with that GoPro up here for 30 minutes.
Yeah, Bob says get them all taken out and get uppers on. Well, that's the problem. I can barely wear my upper partial because I choke too easy. So I just
save?
Yeah. What?
Jim says look it up on mdsave.com.
Oh, yeah.
What is
because that? Some doctors are in sort of a network. They work together as a network and give you a lower price for some things, and you'd be surprised how much you can save at some of those. There's a few of those networks out there. MD Save. I know Jim's used them for stuff. Oh, Agent K's here. I didn't say hi to you. I apologize. And Drone Nation did. Ron Brown did finally make it.
Socialized medicine.
Yeah, just watch out for the doctor that has his degree from the University of Juarez
or Grenada.
Actually, my doctor that I've had for 35 years actually did go to the University of Juarez. Actually went to the University of Mexico City.
Or if he's prepping you for your colonoscopy, and then all of a sudden you feel both of his hands on your shoulders.
Yeah.
Our doctor, Chris knew where that was going right away.
Yeah,
exactly.
Our doctor did do his med school down there, but he did all his internship up here. And he's actually from New Jersey, but he didn't know if he wanted to be a dentist or a medical doctor because his dad had a dental practice. And so by the time he got around to deciding, he was a little too old to get into standard medical school here in the States. So he just transferred down there and did his med school down there, and then came back up and did his intern and residency up in New Rhode Island and New Jersey. And it's come in good now because we've got so many Hispanics coming in that he speaks the language because he learned it down there in order to understand it. And there's a lot of Americans that went down there to Mexico for back in the late 70s, early 80s to get their medical degree. You know, because it was cheaper for one, and they didn't care how old you were.
Well, you know, I open up my medical directory and everybody's named Perez. And they all look the same, and they're either Indian or Afghanistanian or Pakistani or
yeah.
Seriously, when I worked at the hospital, we had this one heart doctor. He was Pakistani. I would have to translate what the hell he said to the patient. You just couldn't understand the man.
Yeah. Hello, Brent Nunley. That's funny. He sold his brain to research after he dies. $25, not bad for useless matter. Yeah. Well, that's why we left the oncologist we had. She was she had a bad attitude. I just didn't want to hear about all of her attitudinal problems. We were there to find out about the cancer.
You're going to die.
Yeah, but just tell us instead. She lectures us on our way of living and blah blah blah. That just bite me, bitch.
Psychologist?
No, oncologist, cancer doctor. Judy's cancer
I thought
doctor.
You said proctologist.
No, not proctologist. Oncologist. So we quit her, and the guy we've got now is he's really a nice doctor, or the Judy's guy's Judy's doctor, and I think he's from Egypt, is where he said he's from, but he's lived here like 30 years, and he's got almost that. Not quite the Downton Abbey accent, but close to it, So.
Sean, have a good evening. Thanks for
you take care, Sean.
Yeah,
and thanks for dropping by.
Sean.
Good to see you, Sean. Yeah, I got one. I'm gonna try to get mine out towards the end of the week.
Yeah.
And
you got your slackers.
Congratulations on a very successful spin down. So, yeah.
That's because they want to edit theirs.
So, Brent, I'll tell you what I got to do. I didn't get to go with them Saturday morning, but I got to go with Ken, Dono, and Doc Murdoch and Sully and watch them fly their FPV stuff. And, buddy, let me tell you, it was an experience.
I'll bet.
And I filmed it with my GoPro. The best thing about filming with the GoPro is the sound was great because the wind wasn't bad, and it was it's crazy. My goal was to be in that crowd next year doing the same thing.
Yeah, that's what I like too.
You did a nice sunrise on Sunday morning, though.
Yeah, you did.
I saw you with the pocket too there, Chris.
I'm sorry?
I saw you had the pocket there too.
I had to charge my GoPro, the Osmo Action, so I used the pocket some. I haven't got to look. I just looked at a little bit of the footage a while ago. I haven't got to look at none of it yet.
When you were bowling and I asked you, I said, how are you doing bowling? And you said, poor. People thought you said 4.
Well, that too. I left a lot of 4s.
Well, how bowling gets so much better when you're drinking.
I didn't
know.
At
least you're, at least you think you're getting better.
Let me tell you what. When I got there Friday afternoon, I had a headache, and I had a headache till I got down to Denver Sunday morning.
Yeah.
I could not. It just.
You got to drink a lot of water.
Well,
stay away from alcohol.
I could have fixed that for you, Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah, a 5-pound hammer to your big toe would have made you forget all about your head.
That 50 mile an hour gust wind made me forget about it for about 5 minutes.
Well, there is a small secret that you can do to take care of it. And, if you want to carry it with you, they have these small little canister oxygen tanks that you can use take a couple puffs off of that, and that'll put oxygen into your system.
You know,
And that will help you.
They had that in the motel lobby. I stayed with Brad Austin, and he said, "Man, they got oxygen downstairs." I said, "What?"
Yeah.
He said, "You can buy a package of it." I mean, you can buy a package of oxygen. So,
yeah, that's what it's for the oxygen for the altitude sickness.
That's crazy.
That'll clear it out. But you never thought of that, did you, Art?
See you, Jimbo.
Pardon me, Lloyd?
I bet you never thought of carrying a small canister. Just get one of those small.
I thought about it, and then I thought, if I just, drink plenty of water, and
if you take it for a little while, just take
a headache up there.
Well, take a couple puffs. If it happens again, just take a couple puffs, and that'll carry you through for a little while. Kind of get your oxygen and back up, because that's all you're lacking is the thin air is just less oxygen coming into your lungs. And or if you're old like me, you can just pack one of those, and people think, oh, he's old anyways. He probably needs it down on flatland.
Well, I had my CPAP machine with me, and that didn't really seem to help too much on sleeping. Although if I didn't have it, I wouldn't have gotten any sleep. So it did help me a bit, because Saturday I felt a little better than I did Friday night.
When we look pretty rough right now.
Restaurant, we had to go up those stairs.
Okay, Jim, you take care.
See, Jim.
And oh God, I was winded when I got up the stairs to the second floor in the restaurant there. Man.
But that didn't
elevator?
No elevator there.
Hey, Sean Hyde Studios.
Hey, Sean Hyde Studios. Hello, Sean.
Yeah, it didn't stop me from having fun, Lloyd. I promise you.
Oh yeah.
Just dealt with it.
I don't know how I'd handle it. Well, last time I was up there, we were up. God, we were up about 13,000 feet, and we stayed up there for 3 or 4 days. We were camped out up there. Judy and I were, and there Judy was. She's been grown up in Oklahoma all her life, and she got up there. She never had a problem. It never phased her one bit. Some people just,
Yeah,
she must be at the right height. If you're shorter, the harder it is on you.
Issues. So, that's why I have to kind of watch myself.
Yeah.
Well, CPAP isn't going to help that. That's just forcing regular air, and you need oxygen concentration.
You need oxygen, not just you need because there's less concentration of oxygen at the higher altitude.
Right.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I was going to answer Drone Nation. She says, you guys were pretty high last weekend. Yeah, they were, and the altitude was pretty high, too.
9,200 foot, I believe, is what the city limit sign said. Good. All I drank was water. I didn't drink no tea, drank coffee in the morning, that's it.
Yep.
Ray Kelly wants to know what your bird's saying, Chris.
What's up, Marshmallow?
Oh, now he's quiet. There we go.
We're trying to teach her how to whistle.
Oh, okay. What kind is it?
It's an albino cockatiel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
I had a cockatiel.
What did I say, Art?
You said cockatiel.
What's the same? Not cocktail.
No, it's cockatiel. Cockatiel.
Art, he said cockatiel.
I did say cockatiel.
Yep.
He didn't say cockatoo. There you go, hearing the wrong thing again, Art.
Cockadoodle.
Man, we talked about this at the picnic table. You want to start listening a little better, buddy?
Well, as you get older, that wax builds up in there.
It's time to put your hearing aid in, Art.
Or use a Q-tip.
Okay, I will,
I know I'm hard of hearing, so I can misunderstand stuff all the time, so but I'm old. Matter of fact, I was going to tell you guys why I said last week I wasn't going to have the show, because I'd looked at the calendar and I swear that it said the 28th or the 27th was on Monday.
Hey, Ryan.
And it could be that I may not have changed my calendar for September. It may have still been on August.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
You give Lloyd the blues about his, and you're going to fool.
You mean Mel? Lloyd.
Well,
And you were saying, Chris?
I still adjusting to the altitude, man.
But anyways, when after I get through with the show, I go into StreamYards and I just copy and paste everything from this week's show, paste it back in there, name it for next week's date, schedule it, and it's ready to go. When I went to schedule it, it said that Monday was the 28th. I thought, that's after everybody had gone. I thought, what the hell? And that's when I realized that, my birthday was Sunday. So anyway, that's why I'm having the show today, because I kicked back and took off the day. Mel gave. Now, Art, you didn't offer me the same thing Mel did, but he told me to take the day off, and he doubled my pay. And you didn't offer to double my pay
for his birthday.
Yeah, for my birthday.
Really?
Yeah,
Come on, man.
That's all I got was a
Funny song from Art.
I said happy birthday on your Facebook page.
You did, and
I forgot.
that's another thing. All you guys out there really made me feel good about my birthday. 'Cause, I mean, man, so I just put a blanket, except for a couple, like my brother. I thought maybe I would personally thank him. But, some days I do, some years I do, some years I don't. But I did a blanket thank you, and I want to thank each and every one of you that did reach out on my Facebook page. And I was 39 years old again yesterday. But yeah, I've celebrated 30 how many times? I've celebrated 20. I've celebrated a bunch of times. I'm losing track.
2.5.
Yeah. More like 3.5. But anyways.
You ain't 90 yet.
No, I'm not 90 yet. Yeah, you're right. 2.5 or more.
Or a little bit. Just
give or take.
Just a smidgen more.
Yeah. At this rate, I don't know if I'm going to make it. I don't know if I'm going to make it to 80. That's my goal. Actually, my goal was to be 110 and get shot by a jealous husband. I don't think that's going to happen.
I ain't getting married, Lloyd.
Good luck, Lloyd. That's a goal you ought to stick with, buddy.
Yeah, well, I don't think I'm going to make it to 110. I might make 90. Still want to get shot by a jealous husband, but I want to, I don't think I'm going to make it to 110.
I ain't getting married, Lloyd. This is my birthday present.
Oh.
Guys, how I always complain that you could never put an Osmo Action on a handheld gimbal because it won't balance?
Yeah.
Check out
cool.
that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It just don't get no better than that.
Yeah, I saw you showing that. How is that? What is that that's underneath it?
It's a counterweight. It's actually an entire bracket. If I can turn this thing enough so you guys can see it. Yeah. It's an entire mount bracket for the Osmo Action made by PGY Tech.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it balances, and you set it in portrait mode so that the camera is in landscape mode. And there's nothing to balancing it. The sliders here that crimp on the side of the bracket, you can slide those back and forth and center them, and that's all you got to do.
Wow.
That's all you got to do, literally. And so, it's
that is cool.
It's amazing. So you get the smooth gimbal action, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You can push and hold the trigger, and the camera will stay pointed at whatever your target is, no matter where you're moving. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Pull the trigger twice and it recenters it.
Right.
Well, I think pull the trigger 3 times. That might have been 4. I think once, 3 times. Well, maybe it's this button. You push this button. Hell, I can't remember now. But anyway, you can make it spin around so it's facing you.
Right.
And if you put a phone in that you can run the Mimo app with, you can
Right.
actually use all the controls, the zoom, to
Right.
zoom in the camera on your phone.
Yeah.
Cool.
Record, take pictures, whatever you want to do with your phone. If you put a phone in here, it's
okay.
Yeah.
That is slick. That's awesome. I saw you showing something about it yesterday, but on the, like I said, I had rested all day or talked. Grandson came over, and I guess Ranger. I don't know if he's trying to protect Judy, or if he's trying to get away from the grandson, or if he's trying to get where he could get up where he was eye level with Patrick. But he tried to jump on the bed yesterday. He didn't get up there, and I got onto him because ever since he broke that leg, we're not letting him up on the bed. I don't want to spend another $2,500 to get it fixed again. So, anyways, but yeah, our grandson's 13. He's autistic, and he's exceptionally smart, but he's got that he's got what they call spectrum autism. So he just kind of you can tell he's not your typical 13-year-old. Yeah, it's close to that. Yeah, it's very similar to Asperger's. He's just a little bit further closer to, rather than just Asperger's syndrome. He's but he's in regular classes. He's getting straight A's. He just certain things that he doesn't do normally, like and
Art. He's like Art.
Yeah, like Art. Yeah. No, like Tin Toes. With the way Tin Toes is, he's because I know he's got that too. Yeah. And Tin Toes is a really smart guy. Yeah.
My nephew's son my sister's kid has Asperger's. I think you said. Is that how it's pronounced?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, they're higher.
When I was a kid, I had Asperger's. Every time I got in trouble, my daddy.
That's from too much drinking. That's from 3 days of drinking in a row.
And there goes the show.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You got to go to work Monday.
I knew it was going to go there. I just knew as soon as. Yep.
Shut up.
Oh wow, we have really been burning through the hour pretty good. Don't forget, top of the hour. Is when Drone Nation.
Ron. Yeah,
I know it's Ron, but that name is so long I forget, and I keep wanting to say Xeno Nation. No, it's Drone Nation, formerly known as Xeno Nation. Ron, it's been long enough now. I think you can change the name just to Drone Nation.
I'm glad when you're on YouTube on your computer, you don't have to type all that out.
Oh yeah, but it sucks on an iPad or a phone.
On my iPad, I just say hello, Ron.
Yep.
Yeah, me too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, Ron.
So why can't you use the @ symbol on a tablet or I mean, what the hell? Hello, Cameron.
I know. It just I don't know why.
That would just be a line of code to fix that, right?
Yeah.
You see what Sean wrote?
You got to chew the crap out of them.
Asperger's are good, but you got to chew the crap out of them. God almighty. And as I said, there goes the show.
I like how you think, Sean.
That's a good one, Sean.
Yeah, that was good. That really was good. And if you guys haven't subscribed to Sean Hyde Studios, you guys need to go over and check him out. He does some good content.
That's almost as good as a soup sandwich.
Tough to keep in between the bread.
Exactly.
Oh my God!
You guys hear about the young truck driver meeting into the old truck driver?
No.
This old truck driver sitting in the truck stop at the coffee counter. This young truck driver walked in and sat down next to him. And he says, "Hey, mister, you truck driver?" He said, "Well, yeah, I guess." He said, "I'm a truck driver too, but I'm kind of new at this." He says, "Mind if I ask what that thing is there in front of you?" And the old truck driver says, "Well, no, boy, that's a thermos bottle." The young truck driver says, thermos bottle, never seen such a thing. What's it for? He says, well, it keeps hot things hot, cold things cold. Now, don't bother me. I'm trying to eat my meal here. So the kid gets his food and stuff, and he goes back out to his truck, and his co-driver, he says, what's that thing you got there? He says, well, boy, that's a thermos bottle. Don't you know nothing? He said, thermos bottle, what's it do? He said, well, it keeps hot things hot or cold things cold. Oh, that's pretty neat. What you got in there? Chicken soup and iced tea.
God. You know, and unfortunately, there's people out there that are like that. They're called millennials.
Where's Matt?
He's still building a shed.
A good one.
Sean, mountain oysters. Yeah, they're great, but you got to chew the piss out of them.
They're really bad.
Yeah.
There are people that eat them, aren't there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm nuts about it.
Chris,
Chris
you eat them?
digs them. Chris
Yeah.
likes them.
Oh yes, very good.
Jesus.
Especially before you don't even freeze them, just castrate them, clean them, cook them
Yeah.
right there on the
Calf
spot.
fries.
Yes.
Mhm.
Calf fries.
Come
Some
on,
call-
man.
They're called mountain oysters, calf fries.
Yep.
Jim, they taste like chicken, man.
Everything
Yeah.
tastes just like chicken.
Well, have you ever had like
Rip the
You know-
legs off a frog. Tastes just like chicken.
It does.
it does?
That Black has a really good poem about Rocky Mountain oysters. It's funny as hell.
Never heard
Go
it.
check
Oh
that
yeah,
out.
I think I've heard that. Yeah, Jack Black. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's funny we're talking about calf fries. We talked about calf fries this weekend. A bunch of them didn't
Oh,
know
yeah.
what it was. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we had, of course, Sean I had said that, sheep, we also had them from the deer, deer fries, same thing. And, yeah.
If you
They're
eat,
doing that.
where do you draw the line, man?
Yeah, they're under $1.
There ain't no line.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Two European guys come to the United States. They come into New York City. They go to the hot dog cart. They both order a hot dog with everything on it. One turns to his buddy and he says, I don't know. What part of the hot dog did you get?
Yeah.
Whoo, Mel.
Yeah,
and
that
they're
that
the
was a-
best hot dogs in the world. They're called dirty water dogs. They're off the street vendor. They're sabrettes with the crunch in them, with the mustard and onion sauce. Nothing
Yeah.
better. Nothing
Yeah.
better.
I'll go with that.
Yeah. No,
I just have to believe you.
Oh, they're
yeah.
good.
Well,
They're good. In fact, it's tough to find them in the grocery store, the sabrettes with the skin,
right.
because people aren't used to them.
Yeah, I don't know if they sell those down. I don't know if they sell them our part of the country or not, Chris.
I've
Or
never
Mel.
Decker beef hot dog. That's all I ever see.
Yeah.
I do the Angus one. Angus beef.
Are you kidding me?
There's Greg.
There's your
I never even
copyright
know
strike.
That's
Yeah.
not Greg.
It's not Greg. That's-
By drone
no.
is here.
No, it's a friggin'
Right?
no.
Dirty
it's
water
it's
dogs.
It's a political
Oh,
political thing. Hopefully they'll leave a
We need-
voicemail.
buddy.
If
Yeah.
there's somebody important to leave a voicemail.
In-
I don't.
Your district.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've already
Mel's-
had 2 tonight, and I'm just ignoring them.
I get a lot of them for what's that? You're not
Robocall.
there. Absentee ballots.
Oh, yeah.
By
I've
the
been
way,
getting a
what's the
lot of-
deadline?
On
What's the
phone.
deadline for ordering your absentee ballot? Anybody know? Art?
I
This
got
is
10
something you
coming.
should know, Art.
I get I'm mail-in ballot, so right around
Yeah.
they start going out on the 9th of October for the mail-in ballot.
But what about absentee? See, because I'm probably not going to be able to go home to
Yeah.
Tennessee to do that on November 3rd.
Right.
So
Well, that's true.
Uh,
I don't know, but you can
I'd-
sign up on Facebook to get it sent to you.
There you go.
that's just what I want to do.
yeah.
A
All your
liberal
information on
liberal
Facebook, yeah.
supportive blocking
Go
You've already
You know
done
what?
it.
communist
Bill.
social
No,
media outlet.
Tennessee DMV. They might have it there.
There's
where
no
you-
such thing as a DMV in Tennessee. We go to the courthouse to get our driver's license and tags.
Well,
Oh,
then
okay.
contact your
Well, they do have
Secretary
a
of State.
they have a
What's the
driver's
bureau
license
called?
bureau.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a driver's license bureau at the
Yeah, that's
courthouse.
right, Sean. Depends on who you're voting for, right? Yeah, exactly.
Just remember, if you guys order 3 or 4 of those mail-in ballots, make you at least 2 of them for me.
Wait a minute.
And then-
Can we make one prerequisite? Can you at least vote for the guy who knows the words to the Pledge of Allegiance? Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I've
Well,
never
no,
been
they
so
change-
embarrassed for another man in my life.
Didn't they change it, Jim? I mean, didn't he have it right to the way they do it now?
No.
For real. Chris played it. Chris, you got that handy? Play it again.
I don't have that.
Yeah. It was
That
it-
wasn't me.
yeah, well,
You know, the
it
thing.
might be for the Democrats. It might be the right one for the liberals, you know.
I pledge allegiance to the flag. For
I think
real.
he stumbled right there. I think he stumbled under the flag, you know.
Yeah.
Lloyd,
He didn't even say the flag, did he?
it's 1 minute after the top of the hour.
Oh, yeah, we're running late.
What
We're running
happens?
along, guys.
Does the world end? What
No,
happens?
not really. Just reminding everybody that Ron Brown's show is now starting. Actually, I think I just got the notice. I sure did.
As our
Yep.
5
They've just-
other shows.
Yeah, as our 5 other shows. So, so are you off? Are you back to work tomorrow, Mel?
Wednesday.
Wednesday. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Did you get your car worked on?
No, I got it. Well, yes and no. It's not fixed. I got it worked on, but it's still not fixed.
Oh, okay.
So there's still a vacuum leak or air leak somewhere. It's still getting too much air into the fuel mixture system.
Right.
So tomorrow it's going to get smoked.
Ah,
No, not tomorrow. Wednesday morning. I got to drop it off tomorrow.
How much does that cost, Mel? I need to get that done to find a vacuum leak.
They said like 75 to $100.
That ain't bad. That ain't
Well,
bad.
no.
That's here. Down there, it'll be double, Jim, where you live.
Yeah, where
Yeah.
you live, they just double everything.
Probably.
But yeah, so they're going to do a smoke test on it. I guess they'll pick a good sized vacuum line and they'll connect their machine to it and they'll just start pumping smoke in and see where it comes out.
Yeah.
So
I
hopefully,
put a mask on my muffler. Now I'm exhausted.
Hit the thing, Lloyd.
where's the gong, Lloyd?
Yeah,
Where's
yeah.
the gong?
That's it. That's that little man up there.
Oh
That
my
was
God.
definitely.
Rick makes his own brats.
Mm.
That man is like a chef. Rick Halbert.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Him
Yeah.
and Jim Hightower.
Him and Jim Hightower both are talented
Yeah.
when it comes to cooking. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you know, I don't like brats. I dig Italian sausage and stuff like that, but I just can't do brats. I'm just not.
I like
into it.
brats, but
I
I
like
don't.
brats.
I don't do them very often.
I like to smoke them on a pit and get that skin just when it just about ready to bust.
Bust.
Then
Yeah.
then eat it.
Yeah. That's the way I like
Lloyd,
mine
Think
too.
about it.
Split from here. I'm supposed
All
to
right.
be over Grown Nation. So
Well, you better head on out then.
everybody, Jim, good night. Good to see you. Chris, great seeing you.
You too, little buddy.
There we go. Yeah.
I'll see you over at Ron's in a minute. You go ahead and tell your lies, and I'll come in there and correct you.
There you go.
All right. All right. Tell them I said hi. I'm running a little long, but I'll be off here in a little bit.
That's
So
what I do with my Italian sausage, Sean.
Hi, boy.
Horseradish mustard.
Good night, everybody.
Oh yeah.
Good
Yes,
night,
sir.
good night, Art. Good night.
Anything with horseradish you cannot beat.
And you know what I did this morning when I made my little smokies and eggs and potatoes O'Brien? I got me a jalapeno pepper that was about that big around and about that long, and I diced it up and I threw it in with the potatoes. Yeah.
I just can't do that. My stomach will not put up with that. I'd love to try that sometime.
Well,
Oh
let's
man.
just do it.
The
Ain't nothing like-
jalapeno, it kills me, man.
Jim,
The
Jim,
secret-
there ain't nothing like a chorizo breakfast, a
Yeah.
burrito, either a chorizo burrito or what's that other one for breakfast, Chris? Not chorizo, but I can't think of the name of it. But anyway,
Chorizo, Jimmy Dean, breakfast sausage, any of that stuff.
chorizo breakfast, chorizo burrito,
Yeah.
and a fresh, not canned or pickled, but a jalapeno you pick off the bush.
Right.
Okay, dry, just a regular greenhouse. A bite of that, a bite of that, a bite of that, and a bite of that.
Oh my
And-
God.
The secret to eating jalapenos is to split them open, take all the seed membranes
Seeds
out. Then you can eat them. Those seeds are what burn you up.
You live down there.
U-S-S-Y.
You live down there with a bunch of Cubans there, Jim. They
Yeah.
ought to be a stand somewhere that sells breakfast burritos Cuban style. I would
Yeah.
love to have one.
I gotta check that out. We do have a couple of trucks at the end of the road there. Yeah, I would check that out.
Yeah, because Cubans cook things a little bit different than
I would love
some of their stuff is really good. But
I know we have the ones that sell the Greek gyros.
Yes, they're good too.
Oh man, I love
Yeah.
them. Yeah.
We got a place. We got a place here at home. We go eat to about once a month.
Oh,
I
He
went
shaves- fill you
into
up.
He shaves that stuff off that spinning rotisserie and throws it down there and finishes out.
That's lamb, right?
Yep.
See,
Yep.
It's lamb
see,
and beef, and I think he told me it's
It's
got
a mixture, isn't it?
Yeah, 2 or 3 different kinds of meats in it.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
That
I went
mixture and
into
the
a-
sauce they use, I just can't do it.
I went into an Arby's once and they were selling those gyro sandwiches.
Yep.
Oh, I looked up at it and I said it was a gyro sandwich. Like no, that's gyro. I said, what do you mean gyro? It starts with the friggin' G. She says it's Greek. I said, the young lady, I know how to read Greek, and that ain't friggin' Greek. That's English. Why don't you people learn how to either spell or pronounce it right? What the hell's wrong with you? And she just like,
Man went there to eat a sandwich and made a political controversy right off.
Yep.
They're just like, and finally I just started laughing, and I said, that's why I'm the grumpy vlogger. They said, oh my God. I did, man. Because I do read Greek, and not very well anymore. I haven't done it in probably 30 years, but I did at one time.
What's the next hurricane going to be then, Lloyd?
Are they
I'm not a
all going to be
fortune
Greek
teller.
now?
They're in the Greek alphabet now.
They
Oh,
are.
are they? I haven't looked to see what alphabet they're in.
Bob, I haven't had a good jambalaya in forever. It's been a long time.
Yeah. I like
Goodbye,
jambalaya,
Joe.
too.
We gotta go. Me
Mio
oh my.
Mayo. Son of a gun, we'll have some fun on the bayou.
You know, I
I
used to
left my guitar
down
in there.
down in New Orleans. There's a little place that had this band that we went to every time I went down there to Bourbon Street, and Thibodeau, Tommy Thibodeau was the band leader's name. And every time I come in there, and I don't know why, but every time I come in there, they'd get me up on the stage to play the washboard with them. And they changed one of the lines. Son of a gun, we're going to have big fun on the bayou, right?
Yeah.
Now, son of a bitch, we're going to dig a big ditch down on the bayou.
Yeah. Matter of fact, Judy just informed me, speaking of Cajun food or that style, she just informed me we're having a lowland boil for Christmas dinner. So I got to I've given them, if the boys would watch this show, they would know I'm giving them 3 months advance notice to prepare because they cook it. I'm not going to cook that. But we do that for Christmas because, well, my oldest son used to be a manager for a turkey farm for butterball turkeys. And needless to say, turkey is persona non grata at our house now. We got so sick of turkey and he couldn't stand it, Persona non grata means we don't want it around. It's not welcome.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
This is America.
America.
It ain't.
Use
Well, then
English.
it ain't liked too well.
There you go.
Okay. We got that straight now, Bubba?
But E pluribus unum is on the dollar bill. In God we trust.
That's
pluribus
E
unum is from
pluribus.
many to one.
It's E pluribus unum.
From many to one. Not in God we trust.
Whatever. What's the
Actually,
other one on there? There's another one on there.
That's what that means. E pluribus unum means
E
from many
pluribus
to one.
unum is Latin for one to many or many to one, whatever you said.
Together.
Yeah.
Coming together. Ecum
I don't
Spirit
speak La- I
220.
don't speak
Remember
Latin.
that?
And I
And
don't
the
read
other
Latin
one is
either.
in God we trust, by God.
Yeah. And
Yes.
by God, you got to add
Except
that.
only us are the ones that do it, and nobody else does that anymore.
See, I don't even think they teach the Pledge of Allegiance anymore. That's what
I
we
don't
were
think
talking
they
about a
do.
long time ago.
I don't
Well,
think they do.
Now, I don't know if they do or not because I think my grandson knows it.
My
Of course,
granddaughter knows that I taught
his
her to.
mom might have taught him because they also don't teach cursive anymore, and she taught both her boys cursive.
Yeah,
Said,
without teaching cursive, how do you learn to do your signature?
You can't. My son did not know how to. I showed him my signature because I make my J's so that nobody can copy it. You always know when you sign something. He looks at me and says, I don't know how to do that. 20 years old. Doesn't know cursive.
Let me ask you this, Jim. Does he write a check?
Right? I don't know. Honestly.
How old is he, Jim?
20.
That
You still have to
explains
sign your
it.
driver's license.
That
Was never
explains it.
taught.
See, Chris, they just go like this with their phone and they wave it across and it's paid for. I mean, that's how they do it nowadays.
Yeah. I went
Pull
to
up to the gas station. You don't even have to do nothing. Your phone connects to the pump.
Yeah.
And you just get out and pump your gas.
Yeah.
Unless you're a super millennial, then you take your Tesla to the gas station and try to figure out where to put the gas nozzle in the car.
Oh my God! Have you seen the one?
Yeah.
I got this one where the lady is putting gas
in the grocery
plastic
sack.
bag. Yes.
Oh my God!
And it starts leaking, so she puts another sack under it. Gas eats plastic. Okay, you idiot. And
She already. Yeah, but she already had one bag of gas in her trunk as it was. Yeah, already.
In the trunk of the car. She's driving a bomb.
Oh,
funniest thing.
Yeah. It's like somebody was sitting there and recording it, and you're going, and somebody writes up, so I guess those are trash or grocery bags are considered safe containers now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
it says you have to have proper container. Yeah. So. Yeah.
I saw that, and you're mesmerized. You got to watch it because she's trying to save the day, by putting more plastic bags under it.
The thing is, she's not a millennial. She's an older woman, but you know, I would expect it for somebody, my grandson's age, but not even he's smarter than that. And actually, my grandkids are smart. So it's just I like to give him crap, but. That's the oldest of the two younger ones.
But I mean, how do you even think of that? I mean, in a pinch, would you ever even think of the bag is so thin? She's using like a Walmart
plastic. Yeah, Walmart plastic shopping bag.
And those things ain't watertight anyway.
Right.
Yeah. And she's got that sucker full. She's probably got 2.5 gallons, 3 gallons in that thing.
Unbelievable.
Swashing it everywhere, trying to tie a knot in it and puts it we're going home. Okay, maybe she's widowed and her husband always put the gas in and maybe she's taking gas home to get or her daughter broke down without a gas, ran out of gas or something. But come on.
Well, that's a great idea if you don't have a funnel. You hold the bag up by your car, poke a hole. You can pee the gas and pee it out, right?
Yeah, pee it out. Yeah, that's like using one of them old goat skin bottles,
Yeah.
Like the bad thing about that, you got to have a neck about that long to get it down in the tank because it'll just pour it on the ground if you don't.
Right.
Well, that's true. Yeah. Hey, speaking of that, Sonari's car, she's got this car that she just got recently, and it's a Ford 500. It's the replacement for the Taurus, okay?
Right.
You can't put gas in the damn thing. No matter how you hold the nozzle or anything, it goes click, click, click. You can't get a steady stream of gas going in it.
It takes
30 minutes to. I mean, shove it all the way in, pull it all the way out to where it's just barely past that little trap door. You know what? It doesn't matter, whatever angle, upside down. I don't care how you do it. You cannot get a steady stream of gas in that thing.
Ford's bad about that sometimes. I know my 99 would do that on occasion, but what I like about my Nissan minivan, somebody took the flap out and it just works fine. I can shove it in there.
Well, my car's a Ford, and I just stick it in there, pull the handle, and turn it loose. You know?
Yeah. Some of them they're so airtight, especially the new ones. They're so airtight because they keep that all. You know, if you don't have a good vacuum in it, you'll get a light come on. You know, check motor light. You know, or it starts stuttering, and you have to go back there and make sure your cap's on. So they keep a tight seal on it. I don't know why, but you know,
I think it's a little positive pressure on that tank to help that fuel pump out, if I remember right.
Yeah.
What's that? What?
A little positive pressure, maybe, on the fuel tank.
Yes,
I have
it's
no
to help.
idea.
Yeah, because it builds up a little pressure in the tank once you shut it, and it helps push the gas on through and help you assist the. Yeah.
Down in that hole, when they mess up, they will not take gas.
Yeah.
There's a vent when you get it down in there that lets it, as you're putting gas in, lets it come out. Now, if that vent stops up, you cannot put gas. We had one we had to twist it upside down and put the nozzle in to make it take gas. We had to carry it back, and it was actually a quote unquote recall that we hadn't got yet.
You might check on that, Mel.
I'm gonna do some research on that because
that makes some sense.
What your model, your town car?
What's that?
What
It's
your
a
model?
Ford 500.
No, this is the 08 Ford 500.
Oh, I bet does it have the nozzle that you just stick it down in the hole
Yeah.
and it won't take gas? It takes it real slow.
Yeah, if you can get it to go real slow, otherwise it just clicks the thing off.
Yeah, there's a vent. I bet it may have a dirt dauber in it, or it could be collapsed. Because when you push that flapper open with that deal, it's released. It releases something down inside, so you can put gas in.
Yeah, because they keep pressure on the tanks, and if you don't get the gas cap twisted to where it clicks,
sealed,
they won't run. Yeah, they won't run worth a crap.
Yeah.
It's NASCAR.
Yeah.
If you ever watch them catch tanks they put on them NASCAR cars,
yeah,
they shove that thing in there, and then they got that guy sitting there on the back. Same type scenario.
Yeah.
You know that one with the gas in the bags?
Yeah.
My brother said that's God's way of sorting out the dumb people.
Well,
you know, I thought COVID-19 would do that, but I'm still seeing stupid people around town. It's not working.
Fast enough.
Yeah, fast enough. Yeah, it's just not working fast enough. So
I'm gonna run over and make sure Art ain't told on nobody.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. So if you want to leave, Chris, you go ahead, and I appreciate you coming in, and thanks for the phone call yesterday. I appreciated that.
Yes, sir. You're very welcome.
And always appreciate you guys coming on. But yeah, if you want to run over there and tell them I'm cutting everybody loose here in a few minutes. So
fix me a flash mob.
Yeah, exactly. Let's mob them. Yeah,
or a Bob Flash or something.
Yeah, mob flash.
Yeah,
a raid. We're gonna raid them. Yeah, there we go. Everybody go over and raid that.
All right, everybody in chat, go to Ron's channel right now and let's go raid it.
Thank you, guys.
All right, you take care, Chris. And I am going to cut you guys loose too, because I think I'm gonna go ahead and shut down. So, Jim, as always, enjoyable to have you on here.
All right, buddy. Thank you. Good night, guys.
See you, Jim.
I'll try and get on Jim's tomorrow night, hopefully. And Mel, thank you so much for hanging with me. And
absolutely,
I'm going to start the timer, and I will say goodbye to everybody. So
we'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye. Let's see there. Start the timer. Here we go. Threescore and several years ago, a person was brought forward. That person would be me. It was with the idea that all things are not equal. It was with the idea that not everyone is a winner. It was with the idea that not everyone is a loser. And the best that we can hope for is to die in our sleep. With these truths being self-evident, I have a daydream. That daydream is to lead this nation, nay, this world, into a glorious future of mediocrity. A world where every household will have an endless supply of toilet paper, and where all of our Australian brothers and sisters will never be considered below us, even though they are down under. A world where our Canadian allies will never have to say, "I'm sorry," just for being Canadian, or to be ridiculed for not knowing that their bacon is just ground ham. A world where the British, will never have to be reminded that they had to ask the Yanks, the Canucks, the Aussies, and the Kiwis to bail them out of not one, but two world wars. A world where the French will never have to speak French again, so that everyone can understand them when they say, "We don't surrender," and they can fight for their own freedom. I am Lloyd Mendenhall, the Grumpy Blogger, and I am running for president in 2020. And I approve this message. Okay. By now, everybody should probably be over. I notice a lot of them are over there. Remember what I say. Be nice. Treat each other better than you would treat yourselves. All lives matters, including the unborn. And God bless the USA. I'm the Grumpy Vlogger, and I'm out of here. Bye-bye for now.